all about functionality, turning a click into a customer. And the analogy I like to use is ideally a website's like a bucket on the internet. Leads come in, they call you and turn into customers. But we know there is no such thing as a perfect bucket, right? How many people here have a website? Almost everybody. I think that people realize that it's important for their business. However, a lot of websites look like this. They are leaking business. So my job as a website engineer is to figure out where the leaks are and to plug them up. I'm going to teach you a technical term today. There's now a phrase called where there's a will, there's a widget. Meaning if you want your website to do something for you, my job is to find those things that are going to add functionality to your website so you're going to be able to capture more leads so it will look more like this. So let me give you a couple of examples. I call this the bucket list challenge because again, there's no such thing as a perfect website. So if you had a list of things you wanted to do to add to your website to make it more functional, I'm going to go through some of those. And it's not a one size fits all. Not every suggestion that I'm going to make is going to apply to your business, but I want you to think, if I applied this thing to my website, would it help me get customers? So the first thing is your website. I have people say, well, my website's not working for you. So the question I ask them is, how much traffic are you getting? What's the answer I usually get? I don't know. So the question will be to find out how much traffic your website's getting, and if you're getting a lot of traffic for no calls, then it's a website conversion issue, and we can address that. If you have no traffic, then we have to address both issues, because we can't measure conversion unless there's traffic there. So I have a free.com diagnostic that I offer businesses. If you want to know what some of those holes may be, I will get on the phone with you for 30 to 40 minutes. We will go through some suggestions. There's no cost to that, because it's one going to educate you on how your holes can be plugged up. Okay, another thing are QR codes. On our invitations, there's now a QR code. What's cool about that is very few businesses are utilizing that, and not everybody's going to scan them, but to me, part of my goal is to make your business stand above the rest of the competition, right? We want to look, they put you on the short list for a call. So if you have a QR code, to me, you're purple cow, meaning you want to be a purple cow in a brown cow world to stand above your competition. Having your QR code on your business cards, on your car. I actually have a picture of some guy scanning my QR code in Arizona. It was a contact there. So just adding that QR code to your things is a really cost-effective way to drive traffic to your website. Another, lead generation. I spend a lot of time getting a call from somebody or an email saying, I want to talk to you about my website. Then I don't know if you play this phone tag thing. You send them an email and say, when are you available? You do that for a few weeks. What was happening for me is I know after about 3 weeks, I forget. I just don't even remember where the contact came from. So now I have a lead generation management system. I put that lead in my list. They get an email saying, I'm looking forward to talking to you. In a week, they get another email. Not exactly the same, but saying, I just want to let you know I haven't forgotten about you. And that's an email sequence. It's different than a newsletter because it's very personalized. And I can put people into that funnel and not think about it anymore. So that's another thing that's really cool that you can do for your business on the internet. Newsletters. People say, well, isn't that old school with social media? I still get business from my newsletter. I send one out about once a month, and invariably I will get a call from somebody, oh, let's follow up on that meeting. So sometimes they'll use that as their reminder. So newsletters and sending them what's new in your business, some industry tips, whatever, could be effective either on a monthly basis or quarterly basis. But it's really a good way to get referrals as well as repeat business. Follow-up systems. Again, the same thing as the lead generation is once I have something, one of the things I talk to people is, obviously, a lot of us can offer more services than just one thing, whether it's chiropractic, haircuts, or something. But again, out of sight is out of mind. So what you want to do is remind people about that and having a follow-up system. Maybe send them a survey a month after the event saying, is everything working okay? Can you give me some feedback? Just again, say, I'm thinking about you still, and your opinion matters, which people really like. Blogging. Love blogging, primarily because now if somebody calls me and asks me, what's the difference between domain registration and hosting? I get that a lot. I wrote a blog about it, posted a little video, put it on my website. Now when I get the call, I send them the email link. Now I'm not spending 10 minutes of conversation doing that. Plus people can find me on my internet. Plus I have a feed of new information on my website. Plus, I have content for my newsletter, content for social media. There's a lot of things that blogging can do to basically exponentialize what you're getting out of the internet for marketing. Social media, enough said. Even though I'm not active, Bill is active on social media, but I know that just by blogging and sharing that through social media, I do have a presence. The last thing I'll mention is video. You will notice that Bill is filming this, not because I'm egocentric, although, you know, it's all about marketing, but also because once he films this, I can post that in my BBRN profile. So everybody here who wants to check it out can visit it. Plus, we're going to put it on a YouTube channel so anybody out in the universe can check it out as well. Also, the time it takes to videotape something from a 30-second introduction to a how-to. I just posted a 30-minute webinar on this, what I'm just talking to you about today, and posted it out on the internet and have a link on my website. So you'll see that a lot of these things that I mentioned, you think about what might help you in terms of getting repeat business, referrals, educated customers. I now have a survey that basically is a self-educating checklist. I said, do you have a QR code? Are you mobilized so people can see you on your smartphone? And basically, based on their response, they're already educating me as opposed to me just giving them a marketing pitch. Does that make sense? So raise your hand if there's something on this list you think you could implement in the next month. Okay, cool. That's your assignment. So again, just to repeat, I offer free digital diagnostics. So a good referral for me is anybody in business that has a website. Because I guarantee you, I will find a hole. There may not be very many of them, but most of them look like this. So if you would like a free digital diagnostic, or know somebody does, that's a great referral for me. And do I have time for a couple questions?
One question.
One question.
Make it short.
Make it short question. Who's got a good question? I'm thinking my own question. I'm scared them all. I know this is overwhelming. I understand that. But that's why I have the videos. That's why I offer the free digital diagnostic, so we can go for your business.
Not a question, just a thought.
Yep.
In the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 4 calls from people that found me online. No one's done that in 8 years. I have to say it's something you're doing with this group that's kind of lifted us all or something, because all of a sudden you look for my service here and I am the guy.
Yeah.
I changed nothing. You've changed a lot in the last couple months here, and it's made a difference in my business.
Well, and we'll talk about that during the website tip today to explain what's going on with that, but thank you for that.
And I want to say too, Bill came in and took a video coming into the clinic, and then a welcome to Dr. Funk, like the first 90 seconds, and then he made a YouTube video on like what the clinic offers. So there's 2 videos there, so you're able to click on it, do a surround sound, and you'll see everything coming through there too. And you feel more at peace with your website. People are going there and you can send to your website. And it answers a lot of questions.
Exactly, and that's what Kim does. She does those Google video tours. So now, this is the thing. Think about marketing as a sequence. And very rarely will people call you the first time they see your website or meet you. They're going to check you out. But if you can show them your place of business or do a video introduction on your website, you've just shortened that time from turning them from point of contact to point of sale. And that's the goal, is to shorten that and to get more of it. That's it.